We live. Hey, 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 y'all. It's Naya.
And it's shy, yep. And this
And you know what
is
it is. This is
Chattin
chatting.
The Tea.
That's chatting, chatting, chatting. Magic for you and me, for us to see a new day. God bless.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it. I was like, I don't even know what rhymes with that. I was
No,
lost.
it's like, I just know what we see the other day. God
Yep,
bless.
yep. God bless.
That's
Okay,
a good
and God
one.
bless these topics today. Okay,
Well,
because
God bless these topics and God bless women. That's all
yes,
I can say. God bless women that had to grow up, I think predominantly, not predominantly with men, but I guess having older male cousins, brothers, or even younger, just being around a lot of boys. God
yeah,
bless you women that had to deal with that. Because
yes,
definitely one of them women.
yes, and that is the topic we are talking about. Is like, well, the first one is growing up with a lot of just male people in your life and having a lot of guy friends more than girlfriends in
Yeah.
certain situations in your life and stuff. And like for us, before we moved into our new states, living alone and stuff, we had a big guy friend group. And sometimes it's so funny. When I think back on it, I have two different reactions. I have one that's like, oh, that was such a really good time. Like we were
Yeah.
truly a family. And the other time I'm like, ew, that's so disgusting. Like no,
No.
no. But it was so much fun. And
Yeah.
it's this weird thing. And I feel like people have always talked about this, like women, where it's like, it's such a different dynamic when you have a big girl group compared to like 50-50 of girls and guys, or then like mainly guys
Yeah.
and stuff. And so I remember like for me growing up with friends, I've always had like two best friends every time I'm like in a situation of like school and stuff. And it was always girls. Like I always had two girl best friends like all the time in like middle elementary school, then middle school, then high school, and then college. I entered my first, well, no, senior year of high school.
Mhm.
I entered my first big like girl group, which that's how I met Nia.
Yeah.
And then college, big girl group. And then my second year of college, I reconnected with Nia. And that's how I had another like group of friends outside of college that was mainly guys. It was Nia, our other friend, who was a female, Laselli, and then everyone else is like guys.
Yeah.
But when I would go to school, it was always like a girl group. And so I don't know, it was like refreshing for me sometimes to have guy
The
friends
balance
like
of having the
that.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, because like if we're talking about the pros for this one, the pros was just like at the time I'd never really experienced a relationship, dating, talking to guys because I was very much like school, dance career, that's it, like nothing else. And I just didn't know how to flirt with a guy and things like that. And I felt like my guy friends, it was cool talking to a guy and understanding the guy's perspective and what they think of and stuff. And they helped me so much where like they checked me one day and they were like, Shael, you're just really mean. Like when you be talking to a guy, like you're just so mean. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then I remember I sat with myself and I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, because of just like certain traumas and things I grew up and I saw and stuff like that. So I have a really strong wall. And I just like automatically like blame a man, things like that. And I had to like work on myself and find that in between of like, okay, how to be approachable, but not too open, like still be guarded in some way and stuff like that. And they helped me a lot with that. And then like also being with my girl group, it just felt like it was always drama all the time, just drama of stuff. So then when I got to be with Nia and our other and our guy friends, it felt so refreshing. But
Yeah.
then yeah, so it was like I saw the beauty in it. in those moments.
Yeah. See, I don't know, I think for me it was always second nature just because like I grew up having like cousins, like my cousins being older than me and like um my older girl cousins like cooking Kimberless. Like Kimberless was like we was cool, always cool. That was like my sister for real. But I don't know. I think I always just bonded around guys, like, and then being the only girl, having two younger brothers, I just always just, I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know what it was and how, like, just even in elementary school, like a lot of my friends were guys. I had a couple of girl best friends, Brianna and I can't remember their names at this time. But yeah, outside of that, like I remember the summer times, like I'd be meeting up with the boys, like we'd be riding our bikes, like walking to the store, getting us a fucking brisk, like bro, like that was so much fun. But see, like I feel like those are always core memories, maybe because just hanging around with the guys always just felt like childhood for me. Even like when we all started hanging out 2018 to up to when we left, like I think I always would say like it feels like I'm hanging out with my cousins,
Yeah,
and I love that because it did very much so bring me um back to childhood and just like really feel like I'm living again. But I
I
think it's
agree.
interesting with that dynamic because I feel like if you were to get online and like say these type of things, like I feel like the girls be like, "Oh, you're a pick me," or you're a weirdo because you don't have a lot of girlfriends," which means I don't. It's not saying that I don't have girlfriends because I do, but it's like I don't
It
know.
was different at the time, and it felt like truly childhood because I had all brothers. I didn't have any sisters. My mom was married for like 3 years. I think that was 3 years, and I had a younger sister. Bro, that was tough. That was tough. Like I didn't like it. I was so happy when my mom got divorced, low key. But when I think back at it, I'm like, I loved her. But
Yeah,
um, what was it? I had an older brother who I mainly lived with. My other siblings, they were on the opposite side, living with my dad. And so I grew up with only my older brother, and I looked up to him. We were like this. And he always had a group of guy friends. And I will always hang out with them a lot. And I would see them in my apartment where I lived. And then when I entered high school and I didn't have any friends at the time, I would sit with them. Like they always like took care of me. So it's a comfort thing. And it was like it felt like a childhood thing and
yeah,
stuff like you feel like a kid, you don't feel uncomfortable or
yeah.
anything like that because there was never like I think you just have to go into it with a people go in with intention
I
sometimes of
guess
things.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know how to word it,
I know
but there
what you
was
mean. The intention of like befriending males is really different depending, like you said, your intention, what you're trying to get out of it. Because yeah, like I've
yeah,
never,
because it was always felt like childhood, like they're like cousins.
yeah, like we family. I never wanted to date Kamal. I don't till this day never wanted to date Kamal. I love you, Kamal. You my brother for real. I've never wanted to date Kamal. That's never ever crossed my mind in my
Yeah, no,
mind. But
no.
like I think that's the difference because there's some girls that maybe would have
Which he
the
coming on the podcast soon.
yes, facts. We do need to get him
Yeah,
on. Maybe there's some girls that would have that intention, or just even the dynamic of like men looking at their women friends lustfully. But I never felt that from our friends ever.
yeah,
I never felt like they were looking at us lustfully in that type of way. Like they're trying to like if we were to throw ourselves at them, they would be like, yes, that would never happen. I just, and so even around that conversation of that, I just always I couldn't I can understand, but like you said, it's always about intention because I just never ever felt that way. And I'm here
yeah,
to debunk
yeah,
all of that.
yeah. No, Loki, and I feel like now it's for me in this day and age, it's really hard. I feel like in LA for me right now to have like true guy friends here. And it sucks because like right now I just want to have girlfriends. Like if I see like a guy come out and he trying to hang out with us, low key I be getting annoyed because it's like
Mhm.
their intention, like there's always some
Yeah.
flirtiness to the conversation and
Yes.
stuff like that, where it's like this is not even like a friend we hanging out with. Like because no one, I even talked to like my girlfriends here and stuff, and I asked them, I was like, have you guys ever had a guy friend who was strictly like just a friend? Like,
Mm.
have you ever like no flirting, no kissing, no nothing like that? And they're like, no, like I've never had
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. It's just it's really hard here because I've noticed everyone just flirts with everyone here.
But do we
And
also think
so,
too, maybe because like we grew up with like the friends that we grew up with? I mean, because yeah, now thinking about it, like I don't have many guy friends per se. And if they do, like
mhm,
it's not in
that's
the way
probably something.
that it was. It's different. But I do see myself making more female friends out here, you
I
know?
think so. I think it has to do with like we grew up with them
Yeah.
and stuff. Cause like I'm trying to think if I have like one. The only person I feel like feels so platonic and nothing there is one of my neighbors. Like he's so cool where I don't feel there's any type of flirting. And I think too, like he's literally dating someone, which is like they're so locked in.
Yeah.
And I've hung out with both of them before, and I see him like one on one all the time. Like if we come out of our apartments at the same time, we're walking like to our cars or like
Yeah.
a coffee shop that's just down the street and stuff. And like truly, I think he's the only one where I just feel like I can just be myself and just say
Yeah.
like whatever, and it's chill, and it's just like there's nothing
Yeah.
there at all. Or yeah, yeah.
So with that being
I'm trying
said, I
to think
guess like
of mm,
with growing up around guys and not really having that romantic outlook, because I feel like when you do end up going out or like meeting a guy, it's like, well, for me personally, I feel like you automatically go into broski mode. You dapping motherfuckers up. Like
oh, that's another thing. Yeah, that's so hard.
and
Like, guys,
it's like
that one is the hardest.
that's crazy because it's just like, well, how do we navigate outside of this? How do we go from treating every man like the broski to like, okay, I'm attracted to
I
you,
know it.
fine. Like how do we, because I think too, like maybe it's just our energy. I don't know what it is, but men are more comfortable having conversations with us and like I don't know, like it is a little different from how they treat other women, or even like my guy friends here, like conversations that they have with other women compared to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah, no, girl, you guys, that is like the toughest part is when you grew up with a lot of men or you grew up with brothers and stuff like that. You just know how to naturally turn of like something into just a friendship, just to be like a bro because you grew up
Yes.
on doing that.
So that's
Also, you
easy.
guys, my plumber person might be coming in at any moment. Okay, I don't think that's them. Okay, because I just got an email being like,
They're on the
it's
way.
he could be coming in now to 3 p.m. So if you hear like a boom, 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 yeah, that's
You
them.
know what it is.
But you know what it is. But yeah, it was really hard for me because I felt like I was very much like that, and I'm like, shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Like now they just thinking of me as like this funny girl and this chill girl that like they could just clown with and stuff. When like I want them to talk to me like they're doing this girl and stuff,
Yeah.
like very just like I'm in my feminine era and stuff like that. And that's when I okay, you got to take a break from hanging out with guys, like your guy friends. You got to take that break and start really hanging out with your female friends so you could get that feminine energy back and stuff. Like that was one thing I noticed. Like I had
Yeah.
to stop hanging out with like guys who I feel like I'm hella chill with and stuff and just be more with girls, like my friends that are girls that are very feminine. And
Yeah.
then because you really, energy is a real thing and stuff. And so I remember I was hanging out a lot with my girlfriends here and I would ask them questions or I would just observe like how they would
Your
go up to a guy,
interactions and
how
stuff.
they act. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I felt like I started doing that a little bit more and stuff. And I think it made me a little bit softer too because it's truly like a muscle you got to work and
Yeah.
stuff. Like you got to tell yourself like when you walk in there, you cannot, even though it's like be yourself, but you also have to like not in some way. And
Yeah.
it's not being yourself. It's just it's a different
There's
version of
another
yourself.
part of yourself that you need to tap into.
Yes. And
Mhm.
one of them is I cannot laugh, like truly loud laugh to them
Why?
because mine is crazy. Like I will
Mhm.
be like crack, but they can't see that yet. They can have to see me in my soft feminine era first before they get my crazy laugh out from them. Or yeah, so certain things I have to like my posture has to be nice. I have to give them like that nice like little look and stuff like that. But that's for some guy that I want to come up to me in a
Right.
romantic way and stuff. And then after like once I got him in there,
Yeah.
then we I'll start bringing all
Let it
that in
loose.
slowly, you know. But like I feel like there's this game and there's this thing you got to do to capture the fish so
Yes.
they can come to you, you know.
You gotta bite the
So
bait. Let them bite the bait.
yeah, it's all a game, and you just gotta play it right. Like you gotta play your cards right,
See, and
you
I'm
know.
still in my curving men era.
I am too, girl. I went to a Juneteenth party and it was amazing, 10 out of 10. But oh yes, okay, it was a 10 out of 10. And I was just thinking, like, okay, the goal is just to like chat with a guy. I don't care about getting their number. I don't care about dating them. I just want to like dance with the guy and we have a little small chat and it's good. And then like I leave and I'm just thinking about them, like, oh my God, that was an amazing time. And I get there and I'm thinking about doing that and I'm chatting with some of them, but it's just like,
No.
no. And then to top it off, I saw Keith Powers there. That shut every man down. I was like, boom,
You were
boom,
like,
boom, boom. Like, no, like everyone, every man's aura in that place went away. And it was only Keith Powers. And I was like, that's the type of man, but also that's a whole nother different thing too of me realizing what just certain other things that I'm looking
yeah,
for. But it's just like my friend Sion was like, "Oh no, girl, so many guys was checking you out, and you weren't even giving them the time of day." And but mind you, I didn't know that. Like,
right.
I didn't see that. But also to have my shades on, it was getting dark, so I can't see anyone.
Yeah,
But it was just, I don't know. I just be blocking them, but also I just think that's God blocking them for me,
100%.
being like, "Don't even look at them.
It's
That's
not
not
even part of
even."
your reality.
Yeah, they
Nope.
not on your level. They're not on your level, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just a practice thing. I don't know.
It
I
is.
don't know. But I think that goes into our next thing about like men switching it off too, because we talk about people when we do have connections with the guy and it goes so well, and then next thing you know, they just like switch. And the thing is, their switch don't even be like smooth. It's like a full on like you have to do a last minute turn
Yeah.
type of thing where you're like, whoa, where are we going now?
Where did this come from? Or
Yeah,
why is this happening?
and I think it just has to do with they're sensitive as fuck. Like they're more sensitive than us.
Yeah. Genuinely, I feel like literally it's like TBD, the vampires turning their humanity off once they feel a little something, something, and they're like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
like they completely turn into a completely different person. And I think that is
Yeah.
so interesting, how that happens and like they be fucking shit up on their own. Like you don't even have to do anything, but it's all them. And then later they realize, oh, da da da. But I do think it's interesting how you're able to completely shift your emotions like that. Maybe that's a level of detachment that I just haven't mastered yet. I would like to. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I would like to. I
Oh
be
yeah,
asking my guy
just
friends all the
detached.
time. I'd be like, how? How y'all do it?
Yeah.
How
The thing
y'all
is,
do it?
they're probably not even good at it either. And that's why they haven't found themselves like a long term thing where they don't feel content with themselves. Because I feel like a lot of men be doing this and then they don't realize that they fucked up their life until they're old.
Yes, that's facts.
You know? Like
That's
it hits
facts.
them when they're like old and single and alone.
And then they just wishing that they had somebody.
Yep, they wish they had a
I'm like, you
family.
had so many options. You had
You had
so
so
many
many
choices
baddies in
and
your prime.
chances, and you
You had
fucked it
so
up.
many. Yeah. Like I'll always remember when I first moved in here, I connected with this guy that lives here and we were doing so good, like talking for hours. It was great. And there's things that I look back on myself where like I wish I didn't say or do. But that was also he was like the first guy I like was really talking to like
Yeah,
ever.
you had a
And
good
I was
connection with.
so yeah, I was so shy and I was so nervous. So like every conversation we had, I was shaking in my boots, okay? But um I just remember like I saw him earlier that day, went so great. Few hours went by, bumped into him, and it was like this shift. And I felt it. I'm like, ooh, it's like you can't even look at me and you can't even and you're trying to like leave where we're at right now. Like what just
Yeah.
happened? Because we were just laughing and talking and you were giving me like this deep eye contact thing and stuff like a couple of hours ago. And then I don't see him for a couple of weeks. Then I bump into him and I see him coming in with the girl. And then he looks like a deer in headlights.
Mm,
And stuff. And I'm just like, now we're cool. Like when I see him and stuff, like we wave, we smile and stuff like that. And then one of my friends stopped him so we could have like a literally a conversation with him. And I was like, ugh. But low key, I think that needed to happen for us to be like
cool and cordial.
cordial,
Hmm.
yeah, and stuff, and just like move on. But it's funny how like some things are just never talked about again.
Yeah. It is it is very interesting how things like that happen because one minute they seem like they want you so bad, and it's just like the next day it's just like you just never existed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I can do that too, but it's different.
Yeah.
I feel like it's different. It's such
Yeah.
an interesting thing.
Yeah. I think it's because like we are more patient and we're just I don't know, we're just natural nurturers in life or something. I don't even know.
I think, honestly, I think
And two, we're more ready,
that,
like
but I also think
for
just
something.
me and you in general, I think we're just more so aware of of things, experiences in life, our emotions, the way that we think. We're very aware with every thought process that we go through. So
Hmm.
when these things do happen, it's like we'll sit and kind of, I guess, try to, pick it apart and try to figure it out. But like we'll take that small amount of time and then like we forgot about it,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like cool, but it's so still interesting because that still is like a level of detachment I think that we have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I don't know. I just think that we very much don't understand, like, what's meant for us is meant for us and what's not is not. Like, and it's really just that simple.
Yeah.
Like, there's no gray area. A lot of things is just black and white. Like, it's either that or it's not.
Yeah.
And, I think that we just have a good understanding of that. And I think that's kind of like our humanity switch because the guy I was talking to, like he could pop up today. We haven't spoken a minute. Mom be like, no, like I thought we mutually decided like this is over. We haven't talked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I kind of ghosted you a little bit. Why are you sorry? You're not sorry.
Yeah.
You did what you did, and like that's okay because now we can both move on. I don't know why you're
Yeah.
here.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know? And I think too, it's like I think your feelings can be hurt, especially if you've never experienced that before. But
Hmm.
I think once it has happened more than a few times, I think you just kind of like it's just like it's whatever. And you know not to put your everything and all your eggs into that basket either, but just still have that level of detachment.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So true. So true.
Yeah,
Is not putting your eggs all in one basket.
you
Like,
can't. You can put like majority of them in there, but you got
but
to
not
make
all
sure
of
you
them.
still got like 75% for yourself.
Yep. So
Put
true.
25 in that basket. Put
Yep.
25 into that basket. Put a little quarter. Put a
Hmm.
quarter. But
That's so
yeah,
true. Yeah.
you know,
Like, I don't know. I feel like right now I'm just not in a dating mood. But I'm always wondering, like, when will I be in one? Because I'm so
I just
career
want to
heavy.
practice.
I'm so, like, I don't even know if I even want to practice. Like, bro, it just feels like homework. And I'm just so, like, always thinking about my career, which is also scary sometimes because then it's like, okay, you're getting older, child, to like find that balance.
Yeah,
Like everything doesn't need to just be all career and stuff. Like find those sections and give
yeah,
each of them time and stuff, like attention. But it's like working on my career is so addicting.
yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels addicting. Like when I'm in my bed, I'm like, let me grab my iPad and like figure out what's something else I can do to like elevate and do something that. But then I always think in the back of my head too, where I'm like, I want a relationship. But then I go outside and then I see these guys and they're attractive and stuff. Or like I see a guy looking at me and I'm just like, ugh, like please look the other way. And then they look the other way and I'm like, why aren't you looking at me?
You know why? I think too, like genuinely, I think it's one of those things where, when you get into a partnership, you get into a relationship, you guys should be helping each other thrive, especially in your careers. Like
Yeah,
they should be, pushing you to be in your career. And I think that's another thing, like why we be curving people and these men is because it's just like they're not even on our level, on our reality of life and what we want in a career and the drive that we have. Where it's just
yeah.
like, what are you gonna do? But like
I think
distract me.
that's what it is too. Like I feel like I would definitely would want to find someone through my career
Yeah,
type of thing. And I'm a dancer, you guys, and a choreographer, and I don't mean like finding another dancer, just like say I am somewhere that has to do with me being at work or
in the
something.
arts of some kind.
Yeah, and that person is also at work
Yeah,
and we like connect like that because that I find that attractive. But if I'm at the bar and stuff, I don't know what your occupation is.
yes. And I also don't know what your drive is.
Yeah, and I don't know
Are
what your
you here
drive
every
is.
weekend?
Yeah,
Like,
are you here every day? Like, do they know you? Do the bartenders
are you a
know you?
regular?
Yeah, like,
Like, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be a regular. The only regular place that you need to be at is your job, babe.
yeah.
Like, that's the
Even though
only
I know
regular
I'm at
place
the
you need to
bar
be
right
at.
now, but I don't.
But we're not regulars at the bar.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's not a consistent thing,
no.
you
And,
know?
and so that's just, I think, what goes on into my head. And I think that's what I thought of too when I was at the party as well, where I'm just like, do these people have jobs and do they do this a lot and stuff? And like, what is their occupation? Because I'm like, I could just be talking to anyone right now. They could like still be in school or they could, and I just like wasted my time talking to someone.
But then again, it's like I think it's not even about the occupation for me. As long as it's your drive. If you don't have drive and you're not trying to like do great things for yourself, I don't
Yeah.
get it. You could literally have like what they call it, the blue collar job.
Oh yeah.
Is it blue collar jobs where like
Hmm.
construction or electrician, like you could literally do one of those
Like
jobs,
corporate.
you know? Well, no, because I think that's white collar. That's
Oh, I
white
thought those
collar.
were the same.
You have white collar and blue collar. Blue collar is more, I think, please let me know if I got this mixed up. I might, but I think that's correct. The blue collar is more of like your trade jobs. So your like
Oh,
plumbing,
okay.
electrician,
Oh,
construction,
okay.
all that your white collar jobs is your tech, your sit down business, da da da.
Mm.
Like that's but the drive, I think, to me is like the most important, like what you want and the goals that you attest for yourself at the end of the day. Even if you do end up meeting that person at the job, if you're or at the bar, like if your drive's not there and you
Hmm.
can pretty much tell
Yeah.
just off the conversation, all I got to do is listen to people,
Yeah. So
you know.
true. Because I talked to this one guy and he was like cool at first, but then, and he got my Instagram and then I asked him, I was like, how old are you? And he was like nervous to tell me. And then I was like, you don't have to be nervous. Like, whatever you say, like, it's not gonna, whatever. It
But it
will. But,
did.
like, I gotta
Yeah.
make them feel safe. And then, and he says 23. And I was like, no,
Oh, your frontal lobe hasn't even developed yet.
exactly.
Mm,
Exactly. And
mm.
so I was like, next. But I was like, these men, and he was with his group of friends and stuff. And I'm like, okay, he's 23. All these other men right here are 23 to like 24 or 21 to
Yeah.
23 or something. I was like, so that group is no type.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, how many other men here are 23 too? And so
Yeah, I don't think I could date anybody under 25.
I can't either.
Couldn't. Like, truly, like, you are a baby. And, like, oh, shit, I'm still a baby. But, like, you haven't even reached adult peak yet.
You haven't.
You
But,
know?
I feel like the tea's getting a little cold.
I agree.
You
I
guys,
agree.
it's been nice chatting with y'all. This is a really good topic to talk
Yes.
about. And I'm excited to chat with you guys next week.
Yes. And let us know in the comments, like, how you grew up. Did you grow up around the guys? Like, what is the
Or
dynamic
did
for
you have
you?
like
We want
tons
to
of
know.
sisters or something?
Because this is like real stuff, and I see this online a lot. So we want to know your tea and what your
Yes.
story is. So let us
Okay.
know.
We'll chat soon.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace and love. Bye.